They've never seen before a shortage of field workers. 23 ABC's Christine Din tells us why there is a shortage and what that means to growers and to you. Christine?
Well, that's right. There are 800,000 field workers in California, but that number is quickly dropping. It's an unprecedented event that has farmers scrambling to find workers and save their crops. And they're not the only ones that will be impacted by this.
Perfectly good crops are being left unpicked as farmers struggle with a sudden shortage of field workers.
Most crews, where you'd normally have a crew of 25, they got a crew of 12.
Farmers like Steve Murray first noticed the shortage in April as contractors reported a drop in work crews of nearly 40%.
It's a serious event. It hit us on our cherry harvest.
Ben McFarland of the Kern County Farm Bureau says fewer field workers are crossing the border to work because drug cartels are pressuring them to smuggle drugs.
So a lot of people are, well, it's not worth the risk for me to try and do that.
Also, an improving economy in Mexico and aging population is prompting people to stay there. Another reason is the nation's guest worker program, known as H-2A.
Just too much red tape. I mean, it's too many things to jump through, and it's just not worth it to pursue that H-2A visa program.
Fewer workers means fewer produce.
This year, there was fruit that did not get picked, that once it gets past its peak, that you can't pick it. We ended up leaving fruit on the trees that we would not normally have done.
Farmers expect the shortage to put a dent in Kern County's $5 billion farming industry.
We're really not going to be able to know until the end of this year of what kind of impact it's going to have.
But consumers may feel the impact much sooner.
Well, I think they're going to feel the pinch for a lot of reasons: the drought in the Midwest, the higher energy costs, and the lack of labor. That certainly we'll see shorter supplies and higher prices.
Now, the Farm Bureau says cherries and asparagus were hit hard this spring by the shortage. A much bigger concern now are the grapes and raisins that need to be picked, but are not. In the studio, I'm Christine Din, 23 ABC.